share with us a great technique that he has for getting those quadriceps really, really toasted and growing and moving in the right direction. So John, I leave you the floor. Share with us. Go ahead and drop some knowledge here.
Well, you know, with the legs, one of the things, the legs are so powerful, such big muscle groups. You can use a lot of weight, and a lot of guys will use a lot of weight on squats, a lot of weight on leg press. But eventually that starts to take its toll, and we can only go so heavy. And sometimes we have problems with our knees or our lower backs. So with me, I had problems with my lower back. So what I did was I developed a couple techniques to put more stress on the legs without keep adding more weight. So for example, with squats, which is a very basic compound movement, you can use a lot of weight with it. What I found is by slowing the exercise down and increasing the tension time on the muscle, I was able to train the legs harder without going harder. So I developed what was called pause squats. And when you go down in the squat, you get to the bottom position, whether it's a little below parallel or a full squat, whatever you do. And I hold it for 2 seconds and then come back up. And at first I thought this was going to put more stress on my back, but what I found is it puts less stress on my back and more on my quads. Because if you think about a regular squat exercise, you're going up and down, and sometimes guys will lose their form. Especially like with me, I have long legs and a short person. So even though I'm not really tall, I always had a hard time maintaining a good form on squats, keeping my back straight. So by doing it this way, I'm able to go down really slow, hold it there for 2 seconds, and then when you come back up, it's only quads pushing up. It's not your back at all because your back is straight. You're stopping the exercise, and then you're coming up from a dead stop. And those quads have to fire, you know, to push that weight back up. So I was able to use less weight, but make the exercise much harder.
And I think one of the key take-home lessons here, John, is that a lot of people, especially teens, I certainly did it, I'm sure you did too, they go on the squat and they try to put as many plates as possible. And unfortunately, that only leads to bad results because you end up getting too much weight and then you start slanting like this, and then your lower back starts taking a lot of that tension. And the tension you really want it on the legs, so that when you reach 40, 50 or beyond, you can still keep on training. And one commonality that I find when I talk to people like yourself who have reached the pinnacle of the sport is the fact that muscle tension. The weight is a means to an end. Okay? And the key thing here is to increase the tension on the muscle being worked, and that's what's going to deliver the results.
I think most of don't know if you're using 200 pounds or 300 pounds. It's good in the beginning to develop your strength, to develop the mass, strength to build those mass, especially with the compound movements. Because if you're only starting off using 100 pounds, obviously you have to get stronger. But when you reach an advanced level, then it's good to bring in techniques like this to make the exercise harder so you don't have to keep going up and up.
Exactly. So with that said, I'm going to go to the squat rack over here with John, and John's going to go ahead and take me through the squat exercise with the 2-second pause technique. So I'll see you in a minute. video, feel free to click on the like button below, and also feel free to share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter and Google+. And also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet, and visit my website at www.hugorivera.net, where you will find tons of free information on training, nutrition, and supplementation. And you can also sign up to my free newsletter, which will be sent out a minimum of 2 times a week with tons of free training tips. And you also get a free ebook on how to gain muscle while you're getting your abs at the same time. Hope to see you soon. Until then, take care and train hard.